Welcome to Our Communiversity Today, sponsored by Pendleton Community Bank and Cucumber and Company, a community affairs program from West Virginia University Institute of Technology in Beckley, hosted by Dr. T. Ramon Stuart, president of West Virginia University Institute of Technology, working to make a difference in Southern West Virginia. Guest opinions expressed on this program may not represent the opinions of West Virginia University Institute of Technology, Southern Communications, or its sponsors. And now, with today's program, here's Dr. Stewart.
Welcome to Our Communiversity Today. I'm Dr. Ramon Stuart, president of WVU Tech here in Beckley, and I'm thankful that you chose to be with us today as we explore Our Communiversity. As I say each week, I'm a firm believer that the community is the university and the university is the community. And when we come together, the things that we can do are wonderful. And there's no better example of a collection of people coming together than the fact that Scouting America is bringing its National Jamboree to here in Southern West Virginia up at Summit Bechtel Reserve. And when we think about the role that Scouting plays, we think about what they do for young people, the development, the growth and the nurturing. It is so exciting to know that right here in Southern West Virginia, we're going to elevate the minds of these young people. So today, as we explore this topic, we're going to have as guests Bill Beaumont and also Glenn Ault, who's going to talk to us about the Summit Bechtel Reserve and the National Scout Jamboree. And as always, we're going to ask and answer two questions. Why not us? And why not now? So right after this break, we'll be back with more Our Communiversity Today on News Talk WWNR.
Bank with Purpose and Golden Bear Pride at Pendleton Community Bank. Our WVU Tech Affinity debit card does more than make purchases. It makes a difference. Every swipe supports the William Bill Ben Student Success Fund, helping WVU Tech students facing financial hardships stay on track to achieve their dreams. Show your school spirit and help shape the future, one transaction at a time. Visit yourbank.bank to get started today. Pendleton Community Bank, here for students, here for community, here for you. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
Discover WVU Tech right in your backyard. With 6 ABET accredited engineering programs ranked among the top 100 for engineering and nursing nationwide, WVU Tech offers the best return on investment in West Virginia. Our small, supportive campus is home to high-demand programs in fields like hospitality and culinary, chemical forensics, and the only 4-year construction management degree in West Virginia. Learn more about all the exciting things happening at Tech at wvutech.edu today.
If you want a real cool website, I'll tell you what to do. Call them cats at Cucumber and they'll build a site for you. Our people are so friendly and our updates are the fastest. All it's gonna cost $100 plus taxes.
These cats build, host, and update for just $100 a month.
Oh yeah!
Find out how at 304-250-0123 or at cucumberandcompany.com.
Welcome back to Our Communiversity Today. Again, we're in studio visiting with Bill Beaumont and also Glenn Ault, who are here in town for the upcoming National Jamboree. How are you guys today?
Doing really well. Thanks for having us today.
Yeah, a little nervous and everything. Who goes first and different things. So, I always enjoy shows when I have two people on because it gives a different perspective on the same topic. But you all have some very interesting titles. Again, we're blessed here in Southern West Virginia to have Summit Bechtel Reserve. And every 3 or every 4 years?
Every 3 to 4 years, we'll have a National Jamboree at the Bechtel Summit.
A National Jamboree. And so it is amazing that scouts from around America will descend on this particular property here in Southern West by God, Virginia, to learn scouting, to learn how to be better, to learn how to do better. And so thank you so much for your work in doing that. But speaking of that work, Bill, how does somebody become the National Jamboree Director?
That's a great question. My role, I started within the movement, actually in Spokane, Washington in 2009, working as a professional scouter. And so over time, you get to move up within the profession and get different opportunities. And I have a lot of gratitude for being able to give the opportunity to actually serve as National Jamboree Director, not only due to the profession and my love for scouts, but also because I was born in the state of West Virginia. Okay. And I love to be able to bring
so
things
you
back
understand
to the
these country roads.
100%.
I think when they say let's go, you say
Mountaineers.
All right. And that is so beautiful to have somebody that was born here and raised here and experienced scouting and have been around the nation and doing different work. But then you have the opportunity to be the National Jamboree Director. But now, Glenn, you have an interesting title. You're the Jamboree Chairman. What does that mean? And how did you get there?
Yeah. So as Jamboree Chairman, I'm a volunteer. Unlike Bill, who's an employee of Scouting America, I'm a volunteer. And I've been a volunteer in scouting for most of my life, whether I was as a kid and as a youth and being an Eagle Scout, but as an adult giving back to the movement. I've been involved in the Jamborees for a number of years, and professionally, I'm a surgeon, and I used to be the chief medical officer, and I've been the admin chair for the Jamboree. I've done a lot of various leadership roles in the Jamboree. Was asked to be the chairman, so I kind of oversee a group of 25 individuals that plan the Jamboree, and we're ready here to execute it here at the Bechtel Reserve.
Yes, that is phenomenal. And you know, to think about the Jamboree and to think about the sprawling property at, let's just call it SBR. I think that's what many of us do at SBR is outstanding. So, you know, Glenn, when you talk about the 25 people that you work with and organizing and planning, when does this process start?
Yeah, it started about 2.5 years ago is when we formally started. And that group of 25 is really my executive committee. But we have a staff of over 3,000 volunteers that have descended upon the property really to deliver this once in a lifetime experience for our scouts.
Yeah. And so, Bill, you know, you work for Scout America on a daily basis and stuff like that. How do you work to help people like Glenn and his team of 3,000 volunteers get their work done?
It's a partnership, all in all, ensuring we're working and communicating together, always on the same page to make sure that we're serving those 3,000 volunteers and ensure that they can execute for the 7,000 scouts that will be participating at the property.
Ooh, 7,000. So 7,000 scouts. How far do they come from?
They come from all over Alaska, Hawaii, all over the United States. We also have some participants from the Far East Council as well. So not as many from out of the country, but a lot of scouts from all over the United States itself.
Okay. And so as you look at it, you're coming from around the nation. In this case, we have had World Jamborees. Let's talk a little bit about Summit Bechtel Reserve, SBR. Tell us about the property. Tell us what these young people can look to encounter when they get here. Yeah,
there's a sundry of activities that these scouts will come
into.
That's
a big word.
It is a big word.
I like that one.
Yeah, when they jump in, they're going to be able to do high adventure activities, BMX skating, zip lining, skateboarding. We're also doing other things this year for the 100th or 250th anniversary of the country. On Sunday, called our Americana Extravaganza. So we're bringing local officials in that scouts will be able to actually talk to and learn about what roles they could serve in their community. And then we'll also have fireworks that night just to celebrate the 250 itself. Alongside, we're bringing back arena shows. So we'll have 2 of those, one for our opening and closing. We have scuba and a lot of other awesome activities the scouts can participate in. Yeah,
and I'm blessed to have been invited to the extravaganza. I will be one of the speakers that will be presenting to the scouts. And, you know, and you talk about, I honestly, growing up, I was not a scout, and I thought scouting was about hiking and playing outdoors and different things. But the reality is that the program that I'll be participating in is about, you know, kind of illustrating to people what you can be, that fundamental skills. But Glenn, you're an Eagle Scout, highest rank you can get. and you're a surgeon. Tell me what scouting did for you to help you pursue that pathway of surgery.
Well, I think scouting for me gave me a foundation. It taught me a lot about character, taught me a lot about leadership development, what's important in life, those life skills that you have that you take forward, whether it's, and I can assure you that most of the opportunities that I've had in my life, I can relate a lot back to things that I learned in scouting that have given me the skills to be able to do those things, whether it's got an opportunity to be a congressional page when I was a kid, and that was because of scouting. I was able, and through life, people recognize that brand of an Eagle Scout and being chosen to lead things, to do things. And it was interesting. We had a Q&A with a bunch of young people the other night on site at the SBR, and one of the young people asked me, how does being a surgeon and being the Jamboree Chairman jive? Because they're two very different things. But the reality is it's those skills that you bring to each situation, those leadership skills, your character, your integrity, that really serves you in all situations.
Leadership, character, integrity. And Bill, you're a lifelong scout too, went from scouting to working with scouting and then leading by example. Leadership, integrity, character. What are some of the things in your scouting journey that helped you build those characteristics or traits?
It's everything from National Jamboree experiences in 1997 and 2001, having great experiences at Philmont Scout Ranch in New Mexico, alongside just leaders, adults, volunteers that were give to me and to other scouts to ensure that we had the opportunity to be successful and learn.
Yeah, and having been out at SBR and see the Tillerson Center and, understanding the role that he played in American government, and you going through, I think it's Jack First Drive and different things. And I got one of his patches. He's hanging upside down from a zip line, but I've been told that patch is worth something. So I have one and it's signed by him. Okay.
Oh, nice.
So yeah, I'll trade. Well, no, I'm not going to trade you all. Okay. But I think it's so powerful because these are individuals that have been highly accomplished in life, but they come back to events like the Jamboree. What brings them back?
Well, I think, look at a gentleman like Rex Tillerson, right? He was chairman of our board, the National Executive Board, for a period of time, former Secretary of State. But when you talk to Rex, he'll tell you very similarly to what I just did about what scouting gave to him as a foundation. And I think for a lot of us, it's about coming and giving back and really trying to show youth of today that there is opportunity for them out there in the world. There is opportunities. It's just, you've got to take advantage of them. And how do you do that? And Rex is so personable, and he will just talk to those kids and really get them to realize that, dreams are within their reach if they just want to go after them.
Absolutely. Again, ladies and gentlemen, in studio with us today, Bill Beaumont and also Glenn Ault, who are here with Scouting America as Summit Bechtel Reserve puts on the National Jamboree. We're going to take a short break, so stay tuned to News Talk WWNR for more Our Communiversity Today.
Discover WVU Tech right in your backyard. With 6 ABET accredited engineering programs ranked among the top 100 for engineering and nursing nationwide, WVU Tech offers the best return on investment in West Virginia. Our small, supportive campus is home to high-demand programs in fields like hospitality and culinary, chemical forensics, and the only 4-year construction management degree in West Virginia. Learn more about all the exciting things happening at Tech at wvutech.edu today.
If you want a real cool website, I'll tell you what to do. Call them cats at Cucumber and they'll build a site for you. Our people are so friendly and our updates are the fastest. All it's gonna cost $100 plus taxes.
These cats build, host, and update for just $100 a month.
Oh yeah!
Find out how at 304-250-0123 or at cucumberandcompany.com.
Bank with purpose and Golden Bear pride. At Pendleton Community Bank, our WVU Tech Affinity debit card does more than make purchases. It makes a difference. Every swipe supports the William Bill Benn Student Success Fund, helping WVU Tech students facing financial hardships stay on track to achieve their dreams. Show your school spirit and help shape the future, one transaction at a time. Visit yourbank.bank to get started today. Pendleton Community Bank, here for students, here for community, here for you. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
Welcome back to Our Communiversity Today. Again, in studio is Bill Beaumont and also Glenn Ault. And we're talking about how Scouting America is bringing the National Jamboree to here in Southern West Virginia. And right before break, Glenn, you were talking about people like Rex Tillerson and you know, the love that they have for scouting and the different things and how they give of their time, their talent, and they are a true treasure to Scouting America. With that, though, you know, when we were talking, Bill, you were talking about some of the different activities. How do those activities help build young people into future leaders like a Tillerson or some of the others that will be at the Jamboree?
It gives them experiences that they will be able to take home to their local unit and allow them to drive as leaders. So we talked a little bit about the Americana and learning from other individuals itself. It can be simple things as going to a climbing wall and helping their friend take their first foot up or put the first foot up on a hold to ensure getting up that climbing wall itself. We talk about this whole concept of the challenge by choice, right? So an individual will make that choice to do something they might be scared of or fearful of for the first time, and that one step towards making that gigantic step essentially to be successful itself.
And so it's thousands of young people pushing each other to climb higher, to swim further, and is there competition? Are there, when you look at troops, is Troop A, because I see all the base camps out there, is base camp A in competition with B, or am I just making that up?
There are some competitions. There's Scout Skills Challenge. There will be some competitions like that. We also are hosting our first mini triathlon. Yep. That will be obviously a competition at the SBR. And so there will be some competitions. Most of what we're trying to teach the kids, though, is about teamwork, right? Mm-hmm. And that they can get farther together rather than as an individual, right? There's more about it, we than I. Right?
Yeah, you know, the old African proverb, if you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. Yeah. And so you building that.
Yeah, Glenn talked a little bit about community as well, right? So we do 2 what are called hometown celebrations as well. So what will happen is the troops or contingents that are coming out will go to different contingent campsites, do activities, maybe a craft, eat a dinner or a meal with them from where they've come from, and learn about the different geographical areas throughout the states itself.
Yeah, you know, I think that is powerful because to your point about community, and this is why I do this show, Our Communiversity Today, is it takes a community in addition to the 3,000 volunteers, in addition to the national, leadership of Scouting America. It takes a community to get this done. And there's some key players there. One of them, and they stay on the campus at WVU Tech while they're helping, is the National Guard. What role do they play for you?
So the Guard they have been an amazing partner, and they work with us on every Jamboree since we've been here in Southern West Virginia, but they do a lot of things for us. They help us with security. They help us a little bit on the medical side, and they provide some medical resources. Their field litter ambulances. I'll try to say that. We call them FLAs. Most people probably wouldn't know what an FLA is, but they bring a lot of resources to help us. And it's a great partnership because it's also a training exercise for them. It allows the Guard to essentially be in a real life activity that they may have to ultimately, if they're ever called up to participate for the country and serve the country in a different way, that they have some experience with large scale events.
Yeah. And, that experience, that practicality, I'm assuming that scouts go into the military and serve the country in that capacity too. But that type of support extends far beyond, and I'm extremely proud of the role that West Virginia University plays, our state's flagship university, plays in Scouting America here at the National Jamboree. Tell me more about that relationship.
Yeah, the partnership with the university is critical for the operation of the Jamboree itself. There's two facets to that. As you've mentioned, science behind the sport. And so Greg Corio and team will provide program elements at our high adventure areas, such as the zip line, rock climbing, where they teach about the science behind what those things are. They actually have a way they drive the kids in there is they've got a cool patch set if they go to each one of those booths. Alongside that, we've got the medical side. So the WVU Medical and Bill Ramsey and his team are super generous, provide staff, other resources and medical supplies to ensure that we can actually meet the needs of medically for a health and safety perspective for our participants.
Yeah. And when you look at that combination of your volunteers, your professional staff, you look at your colleges and universities joining in, how does that make you feel when you descend on the site like SBR for the National Jamboree?
Gives me a lot of pride to see the university, honestly, that I attended, right, when I went to school, providing so much to a movement that I love. And so making me think about it honestly gives me butterflies. It's just amazing.
Yeah. All of us are stronger than one of us. Exactly. And through that strength. Now, one of the big things is, and, I'm a fan of SBR and been there. I was just up there not too long ago, but, SBR is very, very close. But for some, they think it's far away here in Southern West Virginia. You know that the Boy Scouts or the Scouting America is there. The different things, the jamborees that come on. But tell us about the ability for people that just live here in Southern West Virginia or throughout the state to engage with the Jamboree.
The Jamboree is open for all. We want everyone to come get that experience, see what scouting's about, and see what we're doing at the Summit Bechtel Reserve. So we have 5 days in which you can actually come and attend the program from 10 to 4 p.m. Alongside that, we have tickets for both our opening and closing show itself. And so those are the opportunities. We want the community to come see what's happening for scouting in their local community itself. So,
Well, we will certainly put up on our website the information related to those 5 days and how you come and gain access, because I think it's very, very important. There's a organization, their motto is, it's hard for you to be what you cannot see. And so when you look at that particular notion, if Scouting America can illustrate what it is, what it does, and who it does it for, I think that's very, very powerful in that. So Jamboree, what is something, Glenn, that you're really, really looking forward to?
I get asked this question often, and I think it's hard to say one thing. But if there was one thing, it is really about everybody coming together as one. And it's that community of folks. It's folks that you've worked with for many, many years in various national events, and seeing everybody. It's like a reunion somewhat. But I'm also really excited about, to be honest, the Americana Extravaganza on Sunday, and really bringing back that sense of America, community, patriotism that'll all culminate in an amazing fireworks show on Sunday night.
Excellent. And so, Bill, with you, and as you think about that, working in this day in and day out, but here, as you looking at the National Jamboree Director, and you're coming to your home state, and you understand this gold and blue that runs through, this pride, this excitement. What big thing are you looking to see or achieve?
I would remiss if I didn't bring this up. One of the most amazing things we are doing for the state of West Virginia and the local community around here is called Elevate Hunger Relief. And so we have a goal of 20,000 food items that the contingent, staff, or visitors are going to bring. That was our original goal. I think we've exceeded over 50,000 items with the combination of cash and items that have come into Ruby Welcome Center. So for me, that's amazing because we're able to bring so many people to experience West Virginia, but also at the same time help to support those in need and get them that food relief that they need.
And that's so powerful, you know, in our particular state, and especially this region. Last question, speaking of this region, as the scouts come to go, the food, you know, obviously helping there. What is something that you want this National Jamboree, when the sun sets on the final program, what do you want scouts walking away saying about their adventure at Summit Bechtel Reserve?
I would just say that I would want them to leave saying, I grew as a result of this experience. I grew personally. I met friends. I have a broader appreciation for not only scouting, but, you know, for the community that we all live in this country. I hope they leave with an appreciation of Southern West Virginia. I mean, that's always a goal, to really appreciate, and they're going to get exposed, as we've talked about, with the university, both on many fronts that are represented there, our local community that'll be out on Sunday at the extravaganza. I think it's just, you know, we really want them to leave with a sense of personal growth.
Bill?
Ditto that. Also, just trying something new, trying something they haven't done before, and being able to go back to their local community at home and tell everyone about the Summit Bechtel Reserve and about Scouting America, the movement, to join in and participate.
Ladies and gentlemen, representatives from Scouting America, who's going to lead the National Jamboree here in Southern West Virginia. We're going to take a short break, so stick with News Talk WWNR as we close out this edition of Our Communiversity Today.
Discover WVU Tech right in your backyard. With 6 ABET accredited engineering programs ranked among the top 100 for engineering and nursing nationwide, WVU Tech offers the best return on investment in West Virginia. Our small, supportive campus is home to high-demand programs in fields like hospitality and culinary, chemical forensics, and the only 4-year construction management degree in West Virginia. Learn more about all the exciting things happening at Tech at wvutech.edu today.
If you want a real cool website, I'll tell you what to do. Call them cats at Cucumber and they'll build a site for you. Our people are so friendly and our updates are the fastest. All it's gonna cost $100 plus taxes.
These cats build, host, and update for just $100 a month.
Oh yeah!
Find out how at 304-250-0123 or at cucumberandcompany.com.
Bank with purpose and Golden Bear pride at Pendleton Community Bank. Our WVU Tech Affinity debit card does more than make purchases. It makes a difference. Every swipe supports the William Bill Ben Student Success Fund, helping WVU Tech students facing financial hardships stay on track to achieve their dreams. Show your school spirit and help shape the future, one transaction at a time. Visit yourbank.bank to get started today. Pendleton Community Bank, here for students, here for community, here for you. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
Welcome back to Our Communiversity Today. Again, I want to thank our guests from Scouting America who have helped us learn more about not only Scouting America, but also the National Jamboree that will be here in Southern West Virginia. And I think it's so powerful because when you think about our future, our young people, our bright, innovative people are the future of this nation, are the future of this world. And what's happening at the Scout Jamboree is something special. You're bringing people from near and far. You're bringing them together in beautiful West by God, Virginia. They're coming and they're learning not only to enjoy life, but also how to make the most of it. But I think the most profound thing is the volunteers come from near and far, 3,000 volunteers, our National Guard, our flagship university, WVU Tech, everybody coming together under the umbrella of helping these young people grow and nourish and develop the skills, develop the responsibility, develop the character and integrity that is necessary for our country to not only embrace the past 250 years, but most importantly, prepare for the next 250. So, ladies and gentlemen, take time to get out to Summit Bechtel Reserve for one of the 5 days when the general public can come to Summit Bechtel Reserve for the National Jamboree. And please visit wwnrradio.com for more information about the National Jamboree and how you can help build our community today for a brighter Southern West Virginia tomorrow.
You've been listening to Our Communiversity Today, sponsored by Pendleton Community Bank and Cucumber and Company, a production of West Virginia University Institute of Technology and Communiversity partner, Southern Communications in Beckley. For more on this program and contact information, visit our website at wwnrradio.com.